And Supreme Court to hear the electoral bonds case today. The Election Commission of India moves Supreme Court seeking modification and also clarification of its 11th March order. In fact, the Election Commission also seeks release of documents submitted by EC before top court in sealed covers. Now, remember, the Supreme Court on March 11 had ordered SBI to disclose the details of electoral bonds to the Election Commission by close of business hours on March 12th. And now the EC has moved Supreme Court seeking modification and clarification of the 11th March order. Our legal correspondent Ananya Bhatnagar is now joining us with more details on this. Ananya, what can be expected in the Supreme Court today as far as the electoral bonds case is concerned?
Well, definitely, the electoral bonds case has seen a lot of hits and tides, and we just saw that recently the Supreme Court turned down the application of the State Bank of India, seeking, in fact, more time to actually provide that particular data that we sought from them and to send it to the Election Commission of India. But what is very, very clear at this point of time is the Election Commission of India has now moved it upward, because remember that certain data was submitted by the ECI to the Supreme Court in a sealed cover. The same sealed cover was not opened, was opened and then was again resealed by the Supreme Court, and that data also needs to be uploaded is what the Election Commission of India says, and hence for that, since that was a sealed cover report, it had directly gone to the Supreme Court, and that was not available with the ECI anymore, and that's the reason why the Election Commission of India has now knocked the doors of the Supreme Court again, that please deseal that data, give it to us, and then only can we upload that particular data that the Supreme Court had asked them to do. So that's the reason why the Election Commission of India has now approached the top prosecutor of the country seeking a modification of that particular order, and the Election Commission of India would be, the Supreme Court would be considering this a 5-judge bench, the Constitution bench of the Supreme Court headed by the Chief Justice of India, Dr. Justice D.Y. Chandrachud himself, will be hearing this particular matter at 10:30 today. So we'll have to wait and watch as to how things pan out, whether or not the ECI would be granted this particular relief, or there would be some kind of a heated argument, just like the previous day. It's something that we'll have to wait and watch for until 10:30 today, when the hearing actually begins.
All right, Ananya, thank you for those details, but please stay with us. And now we're shifting focus to another big story. The political showdown over CAA continues to escalate after Union Home Minister Amit Shah clarified